Hi, this is Tom Searcy with the 1% Difference. This week I want to talk about sales party fouls. What's a party foul? Everybody knows what a party foul is. When you go someplace and there's a major faux pas, a mistake that's made, we call it a party foul. Well, just like party fouls, sales fouls are those unacceptable mistakes that you can make that create a problem. And I'm going to tell you right now, simple ones as an example, house rule, friends of friends can't bring friends to the party. Well, you understand that as a party foul. What are the party fouls inside of sales? I'm going to give you 11 of them, all right? Now, the first one out there is that you pitch too early. It's a party foul, sales party foul. You show up and you start talking about what you can do for them, how you can do it, and you don't ask a question up front, party foul. Second, that close early. I understand who Alec Baldwin is, and yes, I saw Glenn Ross, and that idea of always be closing is for hucksters and used car salesmen and real estate guys who are trying to sell you timeshares, all right? In the real world, where adults go out and do real business, you don't start closing at the very, very beginning. That is old school, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get found out immediately. Next one, don't ask closed-ended questions. Everyone can see that you're being manipulative when you do it. It's a party foul. They look at that and they say to themselves, oh my gosh, really? Now you're gonna go ahead and pull out the closed-ended question? Well, would you like that with or without the tires? I mean, come on. The fact is to ask open-ended questions. If you have enough confidence in your product and your services and your persuasive capabilities, you don't need to trick people and manipulate them with closed-ended questions. Next one, interrupting the customer. See it happen all the time. As a matter of fact, they teach a section on how to best interrupt a customer. There are effective ways to interrupt customers, but as a general rule, you don't want to avoid interrupting your customers. Next one, don't tell before you ask. What I mean by that is that when you start to tell people what they should do, how they should do it, and etc., you're shooting on them, all right? Spell that out, all right? The fact is that you need to ask up front, get permission, find out the information, and then hopefully they're going to invite you for your opinion, and if not, you're going to insert it. All right, next party foul, death by PowerPoint. I'm going to tell you almost all PowerPoints are wrong and bad. I'm just going to put that out at the very beginning. But if you're giving a PowerPoint inside of a meeting that's going to be longer than an hour, okay, that's one thing. But if it's going to be less than an hour, you got to keep it underneath 15 slides maximum. That's right, 15 slides. This isn't a movie. We're not watching a drive-in. You're presenting and interacting with people. If you've got more than 15 slides, I'll tell you right now, you've turned this into a video presentation and you have made a party foul. Next one, don't miss the meeting ratios. We use a simple 3-to-2 ratio, 3 members of the customer's team to 2 members from our side. When you invert that and you bring 3 people to a meeting with 2 people from their side, you've committed a party foul, because here's the thing. There's going to be a sense that they're getting ganged up on. And lots of folks ask me, what's the ratio? Now, this is one of those things that you have to be careful about, because that's not a hard set rule. But generally, you should be very careful not to exceed that 3-to-2 ratio. All right, here's another party foul. You leave the meeting without a declared date, time, or action. We'll get back to you sometime next week. I'll try and reach out to you in a couple of weeks. When you come back from your vacation, we'll see if we can't reconnect. Those are party fouls. Date, time, action, and commitment. Next party foul, all right? The weak close, the aw shucks, you probably don't need, and then make some sort of a half-hearted attempt to see if you can't close a deal. I see aw shucks, weak closes all the time. And what it declares to me is you don't believe in your product, you don't believe in your service, you don't believe in your solution, and you've said to the person, please tell me no. Party foul. All right, 2 more to go. The second to last one, you engage only the engaging. There's a tendency for us to like people who like us. And in a presentation, a pitch, a conversation, there's a tendency for us to focus on the people who are responding to us. That's a party foul. You want to be successful in selling, in developing relationships, you need to focus equally, if not more so, on those people who are actively not engaging with you. You either have to ask a question, bring them around in some way, get them into the conversation, because they will eat you alive later when you're not in the room. And you do not want to be taken out by somebody like that. So party foul is to engage only the engaging. And finally, come on, everybody knows this, you have to have a follow-up note. To every meeting, every phone call, every conversation, there should be a follow-up note. Now, I've given this idea in earlier sessions, and I ask you to go back to that. That's that 5-15 note. Simple structure, takes you 15 minutes to write it, 5 minutes for them to read it. Absolutely critical to get that done. If you end up a sales call, meeting, or a presentation without a follow-up note, you've committed a party foul. Till we get a chance to talk again, go out and make the 1% difference. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell, and that way we'll let you know every time there are new videos that are out there. And you can also visit our website below.